your host of the Players Lounge, and we're here for another episode filmed today at Dick's House of Sport, a proud sponsor of the Tennessee Athletics
and the Lady Vols.
So today I'm here with Erin Nuwer. Hi Erin, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
So tell us a bit about yourself, where you're from, what position you play, what year you are.
I'm Erin, I'm a freshman pitcher. I'm from Buffalo, New York.
Now Erin is my roommate. Now Erin, tell me, what is one thing you love about living with me and one thing that kind of makes you a little bit not happy about living with me?
Whoa. Well, I love living with you. Yeah. Oh. But something I do really like living with you, especially before you couldn't drive, I would always have a little partner to come with me wherever I wanted to go. And then maybe something I wouldn't like living with you. Oh my gosh, your coffee beans.
Okay. You know what? That's valid. I do spill them everywhere, so I could see that. Don't worry, I'll clean them when we get home tonight. And you're from Buffalo, so what's that like?
It's cold.
Yep.
But it's a good environment. I've grown there. I lived there my whole life. But yeah, I do love it, and I'm excited to go back in the summer. And see my friends. Yeah.
I do have one fond memory of the Christmas break when we came back for practice and it snowed, and it was amazing that you're from Buffalo, because when I needed to go get milk, Erin knew how to drive in the snow.
It was still actually pretty slippery inside.
Slippery mode on the Bronco.
Yeah.
So, softball-wise, ranked number 1 this week. However, we had some heartbreak. The loss to Clemson, the loss to Ole Miss in game 1. What was, as a fellow pitcher, what was the message you got out of from Megan, after that loss?
I think, obviously we've been working on our free bases a lot recently, just being able to attack the zone. But if you look from the beginning of the year until now, I feel like as a staff in total we have grown so much compared to how it used to be. But yeah, I think just kind of making our little adjustments, being very disciplined and not settling with just oh, you did good this game. Okay, no, we're going to compete the next game.
Yeah. And as a pitcher, I definitely feel it. Freshman for you, it's a big change. I feel as hitters, they get 3 or 4 opportunities a game max. Whereas as a pitcher, we're in it every single pitch. You mess up, it's okay, well, I need to flip my mindset. How am I going to adjust to get the next one? How have you handled and how have you felt in pressure situations or coming into the game with runners on base? How have you handled that compared to travel ball? Or
yeah. Compared to travel ball, definitely being able to just strike everybody out, or it wasn't really the hardest thing ever. But now you go in and you're facing the best of the best. So it's definitely been an adjustment for me personally, because I get very anxious, or I'm oh my gosh, this is gonna happen, and I gotta just be prepared for it. So I think obviously we talk about self-talk a lot, and I used to just be I wouldn't say anything to myself, but now I'm very okay, you got this. Who cares what just happened? Yeah. Let's focus on the next batter. So that's been helpful. The way to go.
And I touched on that we were ranked number 1 this week. So what was obviously I'm on the team with you, but what was your perspective of the coach's influence on hey, what do we feel about this? Or pitchers, teammates, how have the rankings impacted your thoughts on everything?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're really excited that we were ranked number 1, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that we're going to be number 1 forever, and that we still need to keep climbing to reach our goals. And the rankings, obviously it's a great statement, but they don't mean anything in the long run unless you keep doing what you're doing. So I think the coaching staff and our team specifically has kind of just been okay, well, we're not going to get complacent and we're just going to keep growing.
Okay, let's touch on Ole Miss for a sec. So we sit next to each other on the plane there. What movie were you watching yesterday?
I was watching The Outlaws, I think.
Yeah. I was looking a little bit. I was reading the subtitles oh, this looks all right.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to watch the one with Adam Sandler and the one I started, but so my download expired, so that was annoying.
But we have our new hack.
What? Oh,
tell them about our new hack.
So Charlie made us was watching TikToks on the plane. I'm how are you watching TikToks? And she was oh my gosh, you just can download 200 TikToks. So I fumbled yesterday though, because I have 2 TikTok accounts, and I went when I put my phone on airplane mode, I was on the other TikTok account. So I couldn't watch the TikToks, but I could look over at Charlie's screen and watch her TikToks.
We've got that relationship. You look at my phone, I look at yours. It's just perfect. So Ole Miss series, lost game 1, came back, bounced back. You had an awesome series. You didn't give up 1 run. Talk me through our thought process. What were you thinking about? What was the go-to snack on the day?
Well, in the dugout, you know, I'm a very big seed person. Love big seeds. Not that this is sponsored, but I really enjoy big seeds. But I didn't know I was going in the game, obviously, kind of just like warmed up a little bit in the bullpen. And coming from like Texas and Mississippi State, like I was like, okay, this should be a good series for me if I do get an opportunity to go in. So when I was told that I was going in, I was obviously filled with like a lot of excitement and then nervousness. And then I like realized I had to calm down. And so I kind of just like said my little prayer, and then I went out to the mound and I was like, whatever happens, happens. If you give up 5 home runs, you give up 5 home runs. It happens. So yeah, kind of just being like, forgetting the outcome, whatever. I kind of just was hoping that was going to happen.
So obviously from your perspective, standing on the pitcher's plate, owning it and dominating it, didn't give up a run. Way to go, Erin. What was it like from your perspective, the atmosphere? Obviously, it was an away game. Playing at Mississippi, however, shout out Vol Nation. We did have a lot of people show up. Talk me about how that felt.
Okay, yeah, so kind of just surrendering the outcome. I was like, whatever happens is going to happen. Just bring your best stuff, compete to your best ability, and that'll be okay. Mm-hmm. And their fans, like, honestly, it was like 75% Ole Miss fans, but like 25% was Vol Nation, so it was really good to have all of them. And it was Ole Miss's senior weekend too, so they were very hyped up. But yeah, I kind of just, obviously going in there 3-0, like I was like, honestly, can't get any worse. So just do your thing, don't really let any distractions, and just like lock eyes with your teammates, know that they have your back. So that was really helpful.
And then coming in on the Sunday, talk me through the emotions and the feelings, knowing that, all right, we have the upper hand on this game. What song was playing in your head? Because you love music.
Yeah.
Like what was our theme song, walkout song, when your name was called?
Honestly, I'm a big Gunna fan. That's two of my walk-up songs.
Yeah.
So Drip or Drown was probably playing in my head. Or maybe like Met Gala by Gunna was also playing in my head. But I was just excited. If I faced one batter or 20 batters, I was just happy to go out there. So it was a really good atmosphere. And then we had a like cup stacking, and everybody was so excited. And then we had a little stuffed animal duck that everybody was touching.
Did you wear it on your head? I did.
I know you did. You tried to get me to wear it. I was like, I was also sweating, so
yeah,
it was really hot. But I know multiple people did, and it was such a good environment Saturday and Sunday. Like everyone was just excited to play, be with one another, and I just think we all like connected really well on Saturday and Sunday.
So, growing up playing softball, travel ball, I don't know how it works here. But were you always a pitcher? Or like, what positions did you play?
Yeah, well, in high school, I was like a shortstop pitcher, and I actually got Player of the Year in Buffalo.
Oh,
for shortstop, not even pitching.
I'm hearing you want to play shortstop now.
Put me in.
Laura Mila, watch out! Your position's being taken.
It's probably not, but yeah. And then I just kind of like realized I wanted to just focus on pitching and stuff, and in travel ball too. Like when I came to the South to play travel, they were like, that's not good shortstop. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to pitch. And so like I pitched, and I even like slapped and bunted and stuff like that in travel ball, but then like it just got to be too much. So I just like really focused on pitching, like found even like more grew my love for it. And yeah, I kind of just like, I was actually really small too. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to spin the ball, do the best I can. I'm not going to blow it by you every single time. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of my motto. Yeah.
Karen's mentioned a few times in interviews and press conferences that this is by far the deepest pitching staff she's had in her time as Tennessee. So knowing how deep our pitching staff is, how does that allow you to play freely and like play the game and embrace it with love?
Okay. I feel like our 5 pitchers, were all very close. Like we laugh in the bullpen, we get sad in the bullpen, but we're all together, and we are all very close. We all support one another very well. So I think like if Carlin's going in, I think she knows that like the 4 of us have her back too. And like if Peyton or Charlie's going in, like I think she knows, they all know that like whatever happens, if something bad happens, I still have 4 other great pitchers that are going to back me up no matter what. So the best that I can do is just compete and just be myself. So I think that's been really helpful for me, not knowing like, oh, I have to do this all by myself. Like, no, I still have this big staff that's very talented that can help me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what would you say is your biggest challenge playing for Karen?
I think sometimes it's easy for me to be like, if there's a home run or like something big happens, I'm like, darn it. And like I kind of get annoyed. But I think Karen has really been trying to help me, being like so what? Like, whatever just happened, it doesn't matter. So, like, I've been kind of having an internal battle with that, but, like, I feel like recently it has gotten a lot better, and it's like, okay, so what? It's literally a yellow ball. If they can hit it over the fence, good for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, we are D1 athletes, but did you ever play any other sports growing up?
I played volleyball.
Oh!
I know. I played volleyball, like, in middle school, and then I played my freshman year, and then my dad, he was like, you need to focus on softball. So I focused on softball. And then my senior year, I was like, Dad, I really want to play volleyball. I love volleyball. And he was like, okay, just do it for like fun. And I had so much fun doing it. Played my senior fall. It was so fun. We were not very good, but like we would just play for fun, and nobody really cared. And it was just such a like very freeing environment.
So if you could turn back the clock, are we picking softball or volleyball?
Oh my God, softball, because I'm way better at softball. But volleyball is just so much more like action, you know? Like everybody's involved in the play at the same time, and like you never know if the ball's coming to you. Where like softball, it's like you're at your position or you're up to bat. It's like it's very individual sport, you know what I mean?
Did you not get scared you were gonna like get hit in the face? Like I would get hit in the face.
I did. Oh, actually, no. But I do have a funny story. Is when me and my sister, me and my family went to Jamaica, and we were all like playing beach volleyball. My sister got packed in the nose by this cute boy, and she like, got a bloody nose everywhere, and she was so embarrassed. But it was funny, and she didn't play beach volleyball the rest of the trip.
Oh my gosh! And growing up, you played volleyball. You played. I mean, how did you decide to pick up that softball and never put it back down?
Yeah, I think my dad has been very influential with softball. He's always been big on sports, but like when I started really growing my passion for softball, like I realized how much money and time he was putting into it, and I also really enjoyed it, and I was like, if he's gonna use all his free time and try and spend a lot of money on this, then the least I can do is go and try and get an education for it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, as a fellow pitcher, people often call us, quote, different. Do you think that this is a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah?
Like, especially when it comes to practices, like when they're doing like 3-throw series and stuff, and you get to just cheer.
Eat the snacks.
The like,
cheese sticks.
Pickles.
The pickles.
I know. It's kind of a win. So
they say we're different. We're really winning.
Oh my God, we're so winning.
So do you think that, like, we take lines?
Yeah.
And we turn that into a competition.
Yeah.
We are neck and neck on our lines.
Sometimes.
Hey. Hey. So what would you say is the benefit of playing two sports growing up? Being in volleyball, being in softball, like what would you say the benefit was?
I think like really picking what you were really serious about. So like, okay, you had to go to softball practice, but you were super locked in and you were doing whatever. But then you had like volleyball practice where you with all your friends and you could just like smack a ball around and it didn't mean a thing. Mm-hmm. So like I feel like finding that balance and like this is fun and this is serious, and the serious is also fun, but it's nothing compared to volleyball. So like just like, I don't know, finding a happy balance in between the two.
Have you taken that lesson and like implemented it into this year in college? Like you're away from home, like what did you learn from that balance and taking it to college?
Yeah, well, obviously being roommates, you knew how I was in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I was very homesick and just like stressed out, but you were very helpful to me. And also like I've kind of just realized like this has been something that I've done my whole entire life, and I'm at a great place with great people. I'm being able to better myself, become a better person, not even on the field, just like individually. And yeah, kind of just like it obviously takes a second to settle in, but like knowing that at the end of the day it is just a 12-inch yellow ball and like it does not define you. So yeah.
If you didn't play softball, what would your life look like right now?
Well, you know what school I'd be going to.
Yeah.
Me and Charlie talk about this quite frequently.
Yeah.
Right, what is it? Miami on the beach, but obviously Tennessee, the quarry does it.
You do love the quarry. You do love the quarry. Erin will come home every day and be like, look at my tan lines. Yeah. And I'm like, Erin, sun safety, girlfriend.
Yeah, Charlie's not a big fan of laying out in the sun. She has a self-tanning addiction.
I do.
It's bad.
Erin will rub my back sometimes. Erin, I missed a spot. All right, Erin, for our next segment, we are going to do most likely to. So I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to answer based on our pitching staff this year. And we're going to dive deep into a little bit. Get to know our pitching staff. hear the raw answer from you. First question, who's most likely to throw gas and act like it's no big deal? So, throwing gas, like fast, heat, heavy thrower. Who is most likely to throw gas and act like it's no big deal?
Carlin. Obviously.
Yeah. So when we're throwing bullpens, we often, there's 3 lanes. We all don't like the far left lane.
I don't mind the lane. You're in the sun and you can see the field.
You like the sun because you want to get tan. I want to hide in the shade, but it's also muddy. But when you're pitching next to Carlin, don't you think it feels like you're throwing 2 miles an hour?
Yes, it's so frustrating. I'm like, I know I'm pitching the same, but like,
yeah,
it's nothing compares. I think it's because their stride is so long. I can't catch up.
We'll just say that.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to strike someone out and smile about it? I think I have an answer.
Maybe you.
Me? I was gonna say Sage. I could see Sage doing that.
Like what? Like you. 100% you.
Fine. Next one. Who's most likely to hit a batter and apologize immediately? So when you hit a batter, obviously it's gonna hurt, but they get a free base, which kind of sucky. So who do you think would apologize for that?
Maybe me.
Yeah, you would.
You
have such a big heart.
Oh, thanks. I just feel bad. I know it hurts.
Erin did hit. How fast did you hit the other day?
72.
72.
I know.
That's a big deal.
Thank you.
Like, that's fast.
Thanks.
So that's going to hurt. So
thank you.
Lucky we're apologizing.
Right.
Oh, I'm not even going to ask this question because you have the nastiest rise ball. But the question is, what is the nastiest? Who is most likely to have the nastiest rise ball? Erin, you have the best rise ball spin I have ever seen. I remember the first time throwing next to you, I was like, there's no way this freshman is throwing that. So,
thanks.
Erin has the nastiest rise ball.
Thanks.
Who is most likely to ice their arm longer than they pitched?
Probably Peyton.
Peyton, yeah.
Probably Peyton. She gets really sore.
She does. She's always rolling out. And the lacrosse ball is a pitcher's best friend.
Yeah.
And that is Peyton's bestie for life.
Yeah. I don't like that lacrosse ball. It hurts
too much. Yeah. No way. Most likely to have a hype playlist before every bullpen. Before my car era.
It was probably me, right?
Yeah. We would bump it out.
Yeah, probably me, honestly.
What were some of the songs we would listen to?
Should we listen to like Love by like Keisha Cole or whatever?
Yeah.
Gunna.
Yeah.
What do we listen to, like Black or White by like Juice WRLD or something?
I think that if I had to enlist someone to be the DJ, it would be you or Des. But
yeah, Des is pretty legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you. That's
I think
a good
you're
compliment.
close second.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Who's most likely to talk to the ball mid-inning?
Carlin. 100% Carlin.
Speed. I am speed.
Or honestly you. You have a lot of thoughts.
I used to put fireworks in the ball.
What?
I'd put the ball in my glove up to my face and I'd be like, because I'd make the ball fast. Yeah. Did I just give you the ick?
Yeah, just a little bit, but it's okay. Still love you.
Still have to live with me tonight. So.
Yep.
Who's most likely to make the whole dugout laugh between innings?
Ooh, that's good. In the pitcher staff?
Yeah.
Probably you or Peyton.
All right. Talk me through.
Peyton just has all the cheers and like she doesn't mind going back and forth with the team. And then you will just like use one of our like code words or something and you like get me going or something. So maybe just me will make me laugh, maybe not the whole dugout.
So who is most likely to throw 5 different pitches in one at bat? So for those who don't know, we want to change up the hitter's eye level, keep them guessing. So who's most likely to throw a vast variety of pitches?
Sage probably, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she has like curve, screw, rise, drop, change up, off speed. Yeah. She can hit them with a lot of different stuff.
I'm glad I don't hit.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to ask the catcher what pitch was just called?
Charlie. Probably Charlie.
I have a goldfish memory.
Yeah, I know.
That's probably a good thing as a pitcher.
Yeah, let it go. Yeah.
Who's most likely to be mistaken for a position player at BP? So batting practice.
Ooh. Probably none of us. We are all so pitchers.
Yeah. The way we walk.
Maybe me.
Shortstop.
Right?
Shortstop.
I don't I feel like me, hopefully.
You are. Erin throws right-handed, but you hit left-handed.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, I thought I was going to be like a shortstop hitter when I was like 8, and I was fast. And so my hitting coach switched me over to lefty.
Who's most likely to say, I don't even feel sore after 120 pitches?
Carlin. 100% Carlin.
That girl is like a machine. She's like a pitching machine.
Yeah, she really is. And she just wants the ball at all times. So,
I love that.
I love that too.
Who's most likely to have a weird warm-up routine that works?
Charlie.
Bro, you're giving me all the weird ones.
Like the balls and stuff that you use, and then you're like...
And the strings.
And the
yes!
Yes! When Charlie lets go of the pitch, and it feels good off her fingers. It could be literally over the catcher's head or rolling in the dirt. As long as it feels good on her hand, she'll say, yes! Oh my gosh, it's really funny.
Oh my god, I feel targeted. Who's most likely to become a pitching coach one day?
Carlin.
Yeah.
Probably.
She's already got her brand.
Yeah, and she likes to give back, I feel.
She's so sweet.
Yeah, she's
so
good with
deserving
little
of
ones.
everything she's getting. Mm-hmm. Who's most likely to start a mound dance-off during a rain delay?
Peyton.
Peyton? Go check out Peyton's TikToks.
Oh gosh, she's going to be so
she's
excited.
TikTok famous.
And she loves dancing. If you ever just watch her and she's not doing anything, she'll be like busting a move or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've just played a full game. Let's say doubleheader. The pitch is pitched. Who's most likely to eat a whole big post-game meal? The whole thing. 3, 2, 1. Carlin.
Yeah.
That girl can.
She can put it down. You would never guess because she's so skinny.
I counted like 8 snacks.
Yeah.
She loves a snack.
Yeah, she is a hungry girl in the best way. She needs she needs that fuel. That's how she goes so fast. Yeah.
The heater. Yep. Who's most likely to yell, let's go, after every strikeout they get?
Sage.
Oh yeah, she does that.
She does that, and she'll like move her face mask a little bit. Yeah.
She'll rip it off.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to prank the freshman pitchers?
Maybe you.
I could see me doing that.
Yeah, like something, or like just even like popping out and scaring me like you do in the ring.
I do that when we live together sometimes. Yeah. I've gotten you good a few times. Who is most likely to be calm as a cucumber, bases loaded, 2 strikes, 3 balls, and the winning run is on third base?
Carlin?
I reckon.
Yeah.
She would eat that up. And she'd do like a little celly afterwards.
And like she probably would be nervous, but like you probably would have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So growing up, playing softball from a young age. What age did you start?
I think T-ball like when I was like 8.
Yeah.
No, maybe 7.
Yeah. So what message would you have to the 7-year-old you, the highs, the lows? What would you tell her right now?
Yeah, I think I would just tell her like trust your work, trust your process, like just be where your feet are. Don't move too quick. Don't move too fast. And like wherever you end up, just know like God does have a plan for you, and wherever you end up in the end, it's what's meant to be. So. And also, I would say adversity is a good thing, and don't get so worked up over it, and just trust like it is going to work out in the end. Okay, Charlie, what about you?
Erin, taking my host job. For me, I would just say have fun. I picked up the ball when I was 7 years old because I loved the feeling of stepping on the field, playing with my friends. So I would say never stray away from the feeling of having fun. I would also think about all the amazing memories I get to make, and I want to push myself, my teammates, and everyone around me to be the best version of themselves. I would think about all the people that I'm going to inspire in the years to come. And I would say also when you get to college, all the free stuff you get is amazing. I have so many pairs of shoes, and my mom is going to raid your closet because she loves all the stuff you get. So main message, just have fun. So Erin, thanks for coming on today's episode of the Players Lounge. I want to thank everyone who tuned in today to watch. Big shout out to Dick's House of Sport for filming today's episode. Erin, one final question. What is our favorite thing in this humongous store?
I would say definitely the shoes. I love the shoe section, especially here. It's massive, and I also like that I can just mess around and go in the cages if I want to.
My personal favorite, as a Stanley girl myself, all the girls on campus, I see you walking around, the Stanley wall
Yeah.
or the colors.
Yeah.
My parents from Australia, they always have to come here. It is so big. So thanks again to Dick's House of Sport, a proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics.
And the Lady Vols.
Go Vols! Woo!